yourself. So. Yeah, look, thanks everybody for coming, because I've been wearing brown underpants for about a week thinking, God, this is going to be a disaster, I haven't had a chance to do anything positive. And yeah, we've made some money for the hospital, so hurrah. Not a vast amount, but it's thanks to you, nobody else, that we've done that. Thank you. So off we go. Here we are again on Monday morning. The people farming, everybody's yawning. It's the smell of fright, the murmur of talking in the Alexander Cafe. Well, there's coffee rings on the four-market table, shaped like stars on the bucket gables, fluorescent pink, special labels in the Alexander Cafe. Now regular features is the swapping of the instruments. This happens a lot with me. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that was called, as you might gather, Alexander Cafe, and it is the title track of my most recent album, which came out May 31st, on my birthday. Well, it's complicated because there's a brand new album that's only just been released called Our Flag is Red, but that's a sort of side project. Spoken word and songs, recalling those merry days of the Merthyr Tydfil uprising in 1831. So. Yeah, not so much a record as a sociology examination. As is this, really. This is called The King of England, surprisingly from an album called The King of England. All available over there for £5 on CD. Or if you're modern het cats, you can get them off Bandcamp now. After God knows how long I suddenly decided to make them available digitally. And yeah, The King of England, it's basically about faceless civil servants. But, and this is about the third instrument that's been played, and I think I like this one. Though no one knows my name, there's many here among you would say that I'm insane. Of your bleeding hearts and your taxes, I've had my fill. Oh Lord, I am the King of England, and you will do my will. I am the King of England, mine I cannot see. And if you think you go to, you won't see the end of me. If you want to top me, just look to those who tried. I am the Lord of all I behold, and I have watched men die. Oh, I am the Lord of misrule, and you will dance for me. You'll be here forever, as you may plainly see. For you there is no ending, for I will always rule. Oh, I am the Lord of misrule, and you will be my fools. 'Cause I am the King of England, and no one knows my name, and there are many here among you who say that I'm insane. Of your bleeding hearts and your taxes, I've had my fill. You know that I am the King of England, and you will do my will. The ribbons, I should explain, dangling off the banjo. It's the colours of the Morris team that I play for. Yorkshire Coast Morris. Or the over 60s pensioners leapfrog team. If somebody in the 40s joins it harder than our average age, it's ridiculous. It's a song I wrote after the very first Sward Memorial. Oh, Miss Swarbfest, are you down there looking up at us? Oh, Mr. Swarbfest, did you tell them where to stick their hearts when you outfiddled old Mick? Did he send you away? Oh, Miss Swarbfest, stay another day. Oh, Miss Swarbfest, do you know the legacy you left? 1,000,000 blocks of rosin, scraping out in honour of you. When I was lost in Brighton, oh, you both showed me the way. Oh, Miss Swarbfest, won't you stay? And there you are on Pebble Mill, you plane still gives me the chills, all the swoops and all the thrills. No one can take your place. Oh, Mrs. Swarbfest, I must have seen you 1,000 times. And when we all sang Rosie, I felt a tear fall in my eye. On a stage in Banbury, just up the road from Cropperty. Oh, Mr. Swarbrick, your legend still lives on. My light-up watch, brilliant. Weirdly enough, I once actually entered Britain's Got Talent. not with a view to actually winning or anything, I just was quite interested what it'd be like. And as you can imagine, it was nothing like you see on the television, which looks like they're all walking off the street and standing in front of Simon Cowell. But if you're there, it's kind of like, I think they sort of changed it now for a few complaints, but it used to be, if you're slightly mad, you'll get through, and if you're really good, well, if Simon Cowell, you get through, but if you're just good, away. But it was an experience, you know. So this song is partially about that. It's partially about somebody who lived not that far away from me, about 100 years ago he died now, called William Kimber, who was a concertina player for Headington Morris, near Oxford. So this is called Billy Kimber's Band. We were blown away by trumpets, we were beaten by the drums, we were held upon the bottleneck on the road to Kingdom Come. We were walking on the water, we were sailing on the sand. Put your hands together now, this is Billy Kimber's Band. Got a name check, this village, this one. We were walking down through Byfield one evening in July when Tommy struck up shooting and no one asked him why. Oh, we just kicked the bloody doors down and hand in hand we went. No one gets it better now on Billy Kimber's Band. Well, you're gonna shoot it from the hip. They got everything on the show, but when everything is nothing, what did he really know? We keep doing 15 seconds, all it takes to be a man. It'll take you all your lifetime, says Billy Kimber's Band. So come on, you drunken upstarts, come on, you painted whores, come on, you tramps and you vagabonds, writings on the wall. I ain't no but win the money, now it's time to take a stand. Put up or shut shut up, 'cause where Billy Kimber's banner will go. Hang it. Put the supermodel guitar away. I'm sitting down with this one. Yeah. What's skill? Don't worry, I'm not wearing it in the traditional way, so you're fairly safe. 2012, 14, 16 and 18, I did these walks. Raising money for good causes. And I'd always fancy walking coast to coast. So the first one I walked from Blackpool on the west coast to Scarborough on the east coast. Wow. Finally. And I thought, well, if I'm doing it, I'll do it for charity. And I thought, if I'm doing it for charity, I'll better do something a bit more different. So me and this bouzouki sang and played the entire time we walked over there, and it was an experience. An experience which you can share should you wish to buy my book on Kindle about walks. It's called Miles and Miles and Miles of Music, Walking with the Bouzouki. Oh, I do get the adverts in, it's fantastic, it's like commercial radio, isn't it? But when I did the first walk, the thing that becomes clear is you can't walk everywhere in this country, because in order to play the instrument, I had on my back a little trailer, actually a shopping trolley for most of them. The first one I didn't, for reasons you'd have to buy the book to find out, but I didn't. And the thing is, you get to the end of a sort of urban village area, whatever, there's no pavements, and police cars stop and say, you're risking your life, son, that flag was about 6 inches from you. So the second one I thought, oh, well, I'll do the same sort of distance walking, but I'll hitch, get buses, get trains, all that stuff, which I did. I went from Filey, where I now live, to Penzance. That was exciting. Which is what this song's about. It's a long introduction for a fairly short song. Just to fill you up the other two, the third one I did was from Filey, following the east coast right now to Brighton. And the last one was, I thought this was the last one, I'm getting old now. And so in 2018 I walked from Filey and other means all the way up to Edinburgh, then right across Scotland to Stranraer, and then the ferry across to Belfast, and then down through Dublin, and then the ferry across to Pembroke Dock, and walked to Cardiff, and then walked to London, therefore covering all the capital cities of the British Isles. Anyway, this is a song about, for two of the walks at least, I was going into pubs at night and saying, "Have they give me a bed for the night by any chance?" Which usually they did, but I had a pop-up tent just in case nobody did. And this was a night in Devon when nobody did, so this is called Lights of the Night. Come tonight, the feet are slow. Come tonight, have nowhere to go. These fields, they pass through time. So many words still to run. All the lights on the night. Oh, the eyes of the moon. Oh, go to sleep now. Cause the morning comes too soon. Come the dawn and her fair glow. Come the streets, the sleeping bow, and come the iron road. It's a road that I know, but there's so many miles still to go. Oh, the lights of the night. Oh, the eyes of the moon. Oh, go to sleep now. The morning comes too soon. Come the warmth of my fair friend on this road that never ends. And come the sun of the bay. Here's the light of a brand new day. Oh, the lights of the night. Oh, the eyes of the moon. Oh, go to sleep now. Oh, the morning comes too soon. A bit lively there, I think. A little bit large, yeah. My brother is 10 years younger than me, so he was born in 1890. And but he's obsessed with the 1950s, which, to be fair, makes a bit of money out of, because he does rock and roll. He's a rock and roll DJ. My brother, the rock and roll DJ. My God. I always tell him the reason he likes the 50s so much is because he wasn't alive there like I was. Anyway, he's on the cover of this album, which is called English Rockabilly. The song itself is, it can be, you know, if you're driving back from gigs over any distance at night, you'll sort of see what's on the radio. One night, driving back from somewhere, was a sort of documentary about Tommy Steele, and so this song kind of inspired by that story. And it's the title track, it's called English Rockabilly. Sitting in the Two Eyes coffee bar when a man told up in a Jaguar. He said, grease up your hair and get a nice guitar. Ring rockabilly and I'll great big white guitar, got a bass and a drum, and we were going far in a 410 van on the North Circular. Bound to see right across the Popeye, English rockabilly, English rockabilly, English rockabilly, from the Tweed to the Thames. Well, I got a great big white Yankee car. I was seen out with a starlet in a mink fur bra, ripping up seats and dancing in the cinema in Newcastle and Manchester. Oh, English rockabilly, oh, English rockabilly, English rockabilly, from the Tweed to the Thames. Time to come and all round entertainer, get a dinner suit, a tender, swanky dinner, a dicky bow on the TV, and a Rolls Royce with a chauffeur. English rockabilly, English rockabilly, oh, English rockabilly, from the Tweed to the Thames. Well, I'm sitting in the Two Eyes coffee bar when Father turned up in a big black car. They come all the way from Liverpool. I said, here's my crown, good luck to you. Oh, English rockabilly, oh, English rockabilly, English rockabilly, from the Tweed to the Thames. Shock horror is not going to change influence now. 2 songs on the same. There's a song called Dancing to Tamla with You, recalling my lovely school days. And I dressed in maroon barathea with, I'm going to say long woolen socks, but I'm wearing long woolen socks. But I had garters. They were great, weren't they, garters? Everybody remembers it. When you got home at night and took them off, there was like this beautiful serrated bit round your leg. Clothing has changed, hasn't it? I frequently wore the arse out of my trousers. And my mum used to get that stuff that you ironed on the inside. I very remember that. But you ironed it, it was like tarmac, and they just ironed it on to cover the hole. Anyway, yes, Dancing to Tamla. They're putting bunting on the wall bar, playing music in the school. They're hanging pipes in the staff room, and I'm dancing with you. But all I remember of that summer was the smell of your perfume and dancing to Tamla with you. Dances at full volume, the smoking ciggies out the back, and all the boys have combed their hair, and all the girls made up with slap. But all I remember of that summer was the smell of your perfume and dancing to Tamla with you. Where it all began. Take me back to where I started from, where the singer sang his song So take a good look at my face. You see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Oh, my blazer in the wardrobe. Now I put on a sharp grey suit. I said goodbye to the classroom. Off with the old, on with the new. But all I remember of that summer was the smell of your perfume and dancing in the sand of you. All I remember of that summer was the smell of your perfume and dancing to the sand with you. There we go, another Morris team bedecked instrument. This is fiddle number 2. This is called Morris, is this one. M-A-U, Morris. Because basically it's the one I play with the Morris. I don't spend hours making these names up, as you might have imagined. Anyway, this is a shanty. I think Byfield's quite away from the sea really, but we'll have a shanty anyway. It's probably in the law because I live 5 minutes from the beach that I've got to sing shanties occasionally. It's called Holloway Joe, which my Morris team danced to. Now when I was a little lad, so me mother told me, away, Holloway, oh, Holloway Joe. If I didn't kiss the girl, me lips they would go moldy. Away, Holloway, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, we'll Holloway together. Away, Holloway, oh, we'll Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, we'll haul for better weather. Away, King Louis was the King of France before the Revolution. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. But then they cut his head off, which spoiled his constitution. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway together. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, well, haul for better weather. Making dose to handy. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. The captain's in his cabin getting pissed on wine and brandy. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, Holloway together. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, well, haul for better weather. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. She was fat and lazy. Away, Holloway, oh, Holloway Joe. And now I've got a Yorkshire girl who damn near drives me crazy. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway together. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway Joe. Way, Holloway, oh, well, haul for better weather. Way, Holloway, oh, well, Holloway. Will they sit down? That's what we want. This is it's another song from the English Rockabilly album, based on the 50s. It's a song called Walking My Business Down the Road. I wouldn't say every song on the album is about the 50s, but it's definitely got that theme in it. Yeah, anyway. Came out of the army in 1949, looking for the easy life just to pass away my time. But all I found was a slippery slope going downwards all the time. That's why I'm walking my business down the road. Went from the dog track to the bookies, went from boarding house to spike. Every job I set my eye for, they put me on the bike, until the bottle and the brothel was all I had in my sorry life. That's why I'm walking my business down the road. Hey mister, are you looking to buy? 'Cause if you're just window shopping, will you please walk on by? If you're not, this lovely lady here is gonna make you wanna cry. My business is pleasure, my friend. I've got a flat in Pimlico, I got a house in Battersea, I got a redhead down in Poplar and a blonde in Chelsea. All in all, the 50s, they've been pretty good to me, which is why I'm walking my business down the road. You know I'm walking my business down the road. You know I'm walking my business down the road. One called Jack Hall, she's trad. Ticking all the boxes here for folk music. There's a song with a bit of prostitution in it, this one's about hanging, so you know. Oh, my name it is Jack Hall, Chimney sweep, chimney sweep, and my name it is Jack Hall. Chimney sweep, oh my name it is Jack Hall, and I've robbed both great and small. Now my neck will pay for it all. When I die, my neck shall pay for it all. When I die, I got £20 in store. That's no lie, that's no lie. £20 in store, and that's no lie. I got £20 in store, and I can rob 20 more. For the rich should feed the poor, and that's the truth, and that's the truth. The rich should feed the poor, and that's the truth. Oh, they took me up the hill in a cart, in a cart. They took me up the hill in a cart. They took me up the hill, and it's there I wrote my will. Oh, the best of friends must part, and that's the truth, that's the truth. Oh, the best of friends must part, and that's the truth. Up the ladder I did grope, it's no joke, it's no joke. Up the ladder I did grope, and that's no joke. Up the ladder I did grope, and I did dangle from the rope. Not a word I spoke, dangling down, dangling down. Oh, not a word I spoke, dangling down. Oh, my name it is Jack Hall. Chimney sweep, chimney sweep. My name it is Jack Hall. Chimney sweep. Oh, my name it is Jack Hall, and I robbed you great and small. And now my neck is paid for all. When I die, when I die. Oh, my neck is paid for all. When I die. Cretan lyra, if you're wondering. I got it in Cornwall last year. And seemingly the first owner was the guy who used to play the Pink Fairies, which some of you older hippie types may remember. Played at the very first Glastonbury of the Pink Fairies, one of those ultimate hippie bands. Right. How are we doing for time? Let's have a look. Oh, quarter of an hour. Let's do this one. For it is written in the book that wheresoever any men over 65 shall gather in a pub with electric guitars, yea, shall they form a blues band. And this is what this song's about. This is also from the new album called Alexander Caffey. So it's called the Over 60s Blues Band Blues. We played the blues. Now I'm 72, and baby, nothing's new. While my hair is silver grey, I'm playing the blues in the bar with my friend Stratocaster and my sensible family car. Well, I can bend those strings, make a strong man weep. Bend those strings, make everyone creep. On my hair is silver grey, I'm playing the blues in the bar. I'm in my family Stratocaster and my sensible family car. Tom, he was always in his cup song. My hair is so grey. I'm playing the blues in the bar with my favorite Stratocaster and my sensible family car. Well, there's only 3 chords, you don't need nothing more. There's only 3 chords, and that's the core. My hair is silver grey. I'm playing the blues in the bar with my favorite Stratocaster and my sensible family car. Yeah, go on. We've got time for a bit more track, I think. There's a melodian, but never mind. You don't need to get another. You better melodians, you don't. It's called The Nutting Girl, which well, it mentions Ken, I mean, he's quite popular in Norfolk, so you know. Oh, come on, you jovial fellows, and listen to me song. Oh, it is a pretty ditty, and it won't contain you long. Concerns a fair young damsel, and she lived down in Kent. Her open summer's morning, and she's a nutting went. With my throat to me wrote hello, like for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Oh, we saw a brisk young plough lad ploughing up the land. Well, he called unto the horses and he bid them gently stand. As he sat down along the plough for a song to sing, oh, his voice is so melodious, made the valley ring. With my throat to me wrote hello, like for the dear old day. What few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Oh, I saw this brisk young lady, she's nutting in the wood. Oh, his voice is so melodious that it charmed her as she stood. It charmed her as she stood, and she could no longer stay. And what beauty had, poor girl, she threw them all away. With my throat to me wrote hello, like for the dear old day. What few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. I goes up to young Johnny, who's sitting at the plough. Says she, young man, I think I feel, I cannot tell you how. Took it to some shady nook and there he's laid it down. Says she, young man, I think I feel the world go round and round. With my throat to me wrote hello, like for the dear old day. What few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Whoa. So come all you local women and this warning by me take. For if you should a nutting go down, you stay out too late. For if you should stay too late to hear the ploughboy sing, well, you might get a young farmer to nurse up in the spring. With my throat to me wrote hello, like with a dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Collection, which is somewhere, I'm sure. So, along with the fantastic albums over there, of largely original material, is a second series of albums, because I've never had a studio in me. It's the trouble with having your own studio. You get ideas and get carried away. There's a set of albums called the Oak in My Spine albums, and I wrote a show for a festival some years ago now, about 2010 maybe, yeah, called the Oak in My Spine, which was just basically at the time there's a lot of, well, the Scots are this, and the Welsh are this, and the Irish are this, but what are the English? A flag that's been nicked by the fascists, that's about it really, you know. So we did a little explanation, particularly using song, to have a look who the English might possibly be. And we found out, which is basically an amalgamation of invaders and settlers and goodness knows what. And we were going to take it further. Then in 2010 somebody won the election and all the funding was withdrawn. So it never got any further than that, but we're now in volume 10 of songs on the theme of The Oak in My Spine. But this is the title track which I wrote, called The Oak in My Spine. Oh, the more things change, all the more they stay the same. On England's mighty coastline, or on a dusty lane. There's cartwheels turning years, same old passion, same old flame. Everybody's dancing in the fields. Oh, I look at you, old Albion, I know it's mine in my heart. I've got hope in my spine. In my heart I've got oak in my spine. Oh, the more that comes, it's the stronger she becomes. Behold their happy daughters, and behold their happy sons. They're bringing all their stories, and they're singing all their songs. And they're dancing in the fields. Have a look at you, old Albion, I know it's mine in my heart. I've got oak in my spine. In my heart I've got oak in my spine. Oh, there's Spencer the Rover, Lord Bateman and his ilk. There's a rich man in his tatters and a rich man in his silks. There's a Morris team from Fieldtown, there's a rapper team from Staines, all dancing in the fields. And I look at you, old Albion, I know it's mine in my heart. I've got oak in my spine. So take my hands, comrades, let's walk together side by side. So much to talk about, we've got nothing left to hide. And when the times come better, every one of us will ride. Oh, we'll dance in the fields. Look at dear old Albion, I know it's mine in my heart. I've got oak in my spine. And in my heart I've got oak in my spine. And every one of us got oak in our spine. Well, time to finish, and it's been a pleasure. It's been worth getting up at 6:30 and driving for 4.5 hours. Oh dear. There's a song called Shine On You Crazy Moon. Which to some extent is about the walks. And to another extent, probably chorus-wise, is the brief time we were renting while we were buying a house on the North Yorkshire moors, on a farm, and you think, oh, that's lovely. They're on a farm. Ooh. God, the smells, the wagons picking stuff up at 4 a.m. in the morning with the radio on in the cab, they combine harvesters till 2 o'clock in the morning. The corpses of dead pigs in wheelbarrows outside your door. I mean, just... But it was gorgeous right up there on the North Yorkshire moors with the harvest moon, huge great moon over the cornfields. So this is what it's about. Thank you, and do feel free to buy as many albums as you want. I've been walking, and I've been on the road, and I've been rambling, I've been rambling all alone. Shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. And that's a simple chorus. If you want to join in at later points, I'd love it. Well, I've been resting, and I've been sitting still, and I've been sleeping after walking up that hill. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. Well, I've been dreaming, and I've been feeling free. I've been dancing, I've been dancing around that tree. Oh, shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on ya, crazy moon. Oh, shine, you crazy moon. I've been loving, and I've been getting love. I'm so happy. I must have been blessed from above. Shine on you, crazy moon. Oh, shine on ya, crazy moon. Oh, shine on. Oh, shine on ya, crazy moon. Oh, shine on. Shine on ya, crazy moon. Oh, shine on. crazy moon. Thank you. Another little break, and then Kevin, is that the last instrument? Yeah, brilliant. Thanks again, thank you.